So we are working on our rotational grazing system, and because we are limited on space, it's been rather difficult. We have already removed our chickens from our certified naturally grown certification, and it hurt me to do it, but the only thing that's really changed is their housing setup, and their feeding is still the same. But I really want to get something in practice for rotational grazing, and so we have this one coop here. We grow microgreens for our chickens. We feed them weeds and grass and things that we pull. So even though you don't see a lot of greenery in there, trust me, they get a lot. There's a few in there that are laying currently and a few that are not. But the weather changes, moving them is just, I'm not really expecting a whole lot of output from them right now. Even though it's warmed up some. Excuse me, Brian, can you step that way, please? So this area, let me zoom out just a little bit, all the way down to that fence there where that old refrigerator and tire is at. That's gonna have to be moved as well. Is an area where we can plant and succession plant for them to move back and forth. Fast growing things like peas and mustards and wheatgrasses, things like that, barley, they just grow super fast, and so it's warming up as well, so we can literally just move them down as needed. So I wish we had a little bit more space to play with, and ultimately that's the goal one day, but I'm kind of excited. So I've gone through this area here. You can see it's this plot here versus what that looks like over there is a lot looser, and I've gone through kind of like with the stirrup hoe, just kind of loosened it up. I have a cover crop mix that's pretty fast growing. I'm probably going to use for this section here, and get it planted and just water it, and in about probably less than 2 weeks we'll be able to move them over. So stay tuned. How quickly these chickens can tear through an area and just decimate the grass and roots of everything is alarming. But we are working now to get that area planted a few days later from the last video clip that you saw. And since then we have went ahead and dumped some rabbit manure in the area to go ahead and prime it for planting. And remember that rabbit manure doesn't burn, so this will be great to go ahead and really push our cover crop to go ahead and grow. So I'm gonna show you what we're growing, and that's what it looks like. Kind of spread out that manure. I'm gonna get Brian to probably rake up some leaves to throw on top of this, because I'm literally just gonna scatter it. And I'm gonna do the biggest seeds first, and that comes out of our cover crop, which is peas, oats, VTech, and all that other stuff. Certified organic spring green manure mix. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that down. All right, you can see we've scattered it all about here. Next we're going to be adding some radishes. I know they grow really fast. These are actually ones that we use for our microgreens, and I have just have a little bit of seed left from the season that is about halfway through now for our microgreen CSA. So I'm going to scatter these too, because I know they grow super fast. The reason that I did add the rabbit manure is that as it breaks down, all types of worms appear out of nowhere. You know how the breakdown process goes, and so those become added protein for the girls as well. So it's like a dual fold benefit. So Brian is getting the hose for me now. Alright, so in about a week, we will sew this next section here. Alright, so we didn't quite get enough, but we felt a little bit like it might be about to rain on us, so we went ahead and used what we had already collected and covered that. And I may cover some more tomorrow. Either way, this is going to be fine. It's going to go ahead and do its thing. So we'll check back. I'll make another video when we actually get them moved over to this grow-in spot. So when I shot that last part of that video, I was experiencing the beginning of a migraine and I didn't realize it. My words were coming to me a little slower than usual. And the conclusion was just jacked up. So as I was editing it, I decided to try again. And look at me sporting my crochet hat now that the temperatures are in the 30s. Yes, Mom made this for me and I feel like I look a lot like her wearing it. But anyway, kings and queens, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do so now, okay? Feel free to share our content, like, all of the above. We will catch you in the next video.